Yes, I asked a very specific question today of the Deputy Minister and I got a very pleasing answer. I already feel a lot more comfortable that I can start thinking about more creative things than saving my guns. We meet quite often, we meet with the police on a regular basis, but as I've said up until now, mostly we focus on practically trying to reduce bottlenecks in the specific administration of the Act. But those same relationships can certainly be unpacked a lot more from us as responsible parts of civil society. The Act, in actual fact, calls upon accredited associations to further both the aims and objectives of the Act, both the spirit and the letter of the Act. And for us, in order to do true justice to that responsibility as accredited associations, we must look further than trying to find ways to get firearm licenses through the system for our member base. We need to look at the spirit of the Act in terms of all of these other issues, the violence, crime that's happening in the country, social ills that occur in poorer areas, development, transformation goals. I have no doubt that if our working relationships happen more often and on a more general plane, we will engage closer and closer as friends than as, let's just say, trying to solve problems bottleneck on a negative way. And I've no doubt that if we start getting made aware of some of the areas where we can come in and step in and help, we will also look for projects that we can get involved in, development projects, supportive projects. Firearm owners are incredibly economically active people. Most of them have to have a certain minimum wealth level. We are kind of part of the engine of the economy. Your 2030 goals are going to be driven largely out of the type of people that firearm owners are. There's doctors, there's ministers of religion, of all faiths. There are all sorts of professionals involved. There are educators involved in firearm ownership. We have people from all walks of life. It's a stated fact, and we can blame this, I'm sure, on Van Riebeeck, that at this stage, the biggest percentage of firearm owners, especially in the recreational ownership side of things, still remain white people. But that's changing, and it's changing rapidly. There's no doubt about it, as more and more black folk find recreational use of firearms, let's say collecting, sport shooting, hunting, etc. You might start to demystify some of the fear that sits in huge communities about firearms. There will be opportunities to engage properly and solve a lot of that kind of cultural disconnect. But certainly we stand ready. We have been for 10 years engaging, and we stand ready to engage further and possibly on far more positive manners in future. That will be the commitment from the hunting community specifically, and I think I speak for most firearm associations in that regard.